This video explains how to test if a vector object is empty using the R programming language. So without too much talk, let's dive into the R code. As a very first step in this tutorial, we first need to create some example data, and we can do that as you can see in lines 2 to 6 of the code. So in line 2 of the code, I'm creating our first vector object, which is called vec1. So after running this line of code, this vector object is appearing at the top right, and we can print this vector at the bottom in the RStudio console by running line 3 of the code. And then you can already see that this vector is empty. And then let's create another vector object that I'm calling vec2, as you can see in line 5 of the code, and print this vector object to the bottom in the RStudio console as well. And then you can see that this vector object contains values, so this vector object is not empty. Now in the following lines of code, I want to show you how to test if these vector objects are empty more systematically. And for this we can apply the length function, as you can see in line 8 of the code. So in this line of code, I'm applying the length function to our first vector object vec1. And then you can see at the bottom that the length is equal to 0. So in other words, this vector object is empty. We can also return a logical indicator based on the length function and the equal sign operator, as you can see in line 10 of the code. So after running this line of code, you can see that the logical indicator true is returned, which tells us that our data object vec1 is empty. Now, if we apply the same syntax to our second vector object, where we already know that it's not empty, as you can see in lines 12 and 14 of the code, you can see that in line 12, the value 5 is returned. So this value is unequal to 0, which indicates that the vector is not empty. And similar to the previous example, we can use the equal sign operator to return a logical indicator, as you can see in line 14 of the code. And since our second vector, vec2, is not empty, the logical indicator false is returned. That's all I wanted to explain in this video. In case you want to learn more on this topic, you may check out my homepage, statisticsglobe.com, because on my homepage I have recently published a tutorial in which I'm explaining the content of this video in some more detail. I will put a link to this tutorial into the description of the video, so you can find it there. If you have liked this video or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section below. I'll try to respond to all comments as soon as I can. Furthermore, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified about future video releases. I have already published about 500 videos on this channel, and I'm releasing new videos on a daily basis. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.